Good day everyone and welcome to Transport Fever 2. The game just recently released its new Deluxe edition. The standard version of the game is currently on sale for 50% off. You can purchase it for $19.99. The Deluxe edition is also on sale for 42% off, so that's $27.83. Plus you get the early supporter pack for free when buying Transport Fever 2 Deluxe edition until March 16th. Likewise, if you already own the game, you can purchase the Deluxe upgrade for $7.99. That is what I did. So I'll be taking a look at the game for the next couple of weeks and playing it. So let's get started. Okay, so here we are in game, and I've already looked around the map quite a bit. It's a rather interesting map that has been generated here. Some things you say to yourself, oh, well, okay, we got a steel mill next to, a goods factory. That's, nice. I mean, you want to be able to transport across some distance, but not necessarily too far. Likewise, though, some things are going to prove to be difficult. For example, we have a steel mill down here, and we've got plenty of coal in the area. But our iron is positioned awkwardly within these areas here. In fact, they're just as convenient to this steel mill here as they are to that one. I think for starting off, wood is usually a good starter. Specifically, we've got a Reno tool factory here. We've got the sawmill here, and we got quite a few forests here. So we can supply quite a lot of lumber to the sawmill and then ship this lumber to the tool factory. Likewise, we can later on ship wood from the sawmill to the machines factory, but we will need some steel. And that's why the steel factory here will prove quite interesting. That's quite a distance there, but it works. It's a lot better than going to Glendale for that. So that's probably what the plan will be. We're going to focus in this area and slowly expand outwards. Likewise, I do want to do passenger service. I like passenger service. So we will be doing passenger service starting with Palm Bay to Reno. When we get to that, I don't know. For now though, let's actually get to building. So what I have in mind here, after having looked at things, first of all, I have the menu up so that we can see what they accept at the cities and where they accept it, because it's important that we have our train station highlighted in here. Now, we're not going to build the train station yet, but I will... I butterfingered the keys there. That's going to happen a lot. I do want to put the train station here because that's going to cover most of the industry. Specifically it's like here. And when these roads connect up somewhat more as the city grows, which we might have to help it with, it will have better service to the area. Passenger service I'm not too worried about, because what we can do is we can get some buses going, and we can bus from different parts of the city to the train station. So we have intercity transport as well as transport to the train station, so passengers can get onto the trains and they can go from Palm Bay to Reno. I wonder why they'd go to Reno. Alright, so let's see here. We're not going to focus on Palm Bay yet. So specifically, we need to get wood to the sawmill here, and then from the sawmill up to the tools factory, and then from the tools factory to Palm Bay. So that's our first bit focus here. The question is, how do we want to do this? I spent some time thinking about this, and we could use road vehicles to transport it, but road vehicles in 1850, well, that's a miserable distance to do it. Already with trains it takes, with the in-game time system, it can take a year sometimes for your stuff to reach. I really wish the time was scaled differently. It just doesn't feel very realistic, but we're gonna work with it. So part of the problem is it really worth transporting wood by train such a short distance? Once again, different philosophies on it. Ultimately, we will be using trains to transport it from here to here. And I think one of the things you have to think about with trains is that you want to avoid roads as much as possible because you don't want to put in crossings. And with that in mind, I think I do want to use trains because I really like trains. We'll be doing a lot of train games in the future. I think I want to put the station here because that will allow it to hook up to the logging camps quite easily. It's going to avoid the road versus on this side. We don't want to deal with that road. So we can hook up these. We can hook these two up for our wood supply, and then we can get our planks going up there. Likewise, if we need to, we can feed into here as well. So we can get our third one going there, and it will also be easier for the fourth. So placing the station down here maximizes the input. Now, as far as moving wood up there, once again, we could use a road vehicle, and maybe we will in the future, but for now, I think I just want to use trains some more. Trains are expensive in comparison to road vehicles, but they do move much quicker, and they don't deal with the wonderful curviness of the roads. Also, building roads can be expensive, especially when we get to the maintenance. Once again, maintenance is going to be our biggest enemy in this. So, I think what I want to do is I'm going to definitely put my train station down here. Interestingly, you do want to play around with it a little bit. I'm going to put mine further back because over here it's going to cost me 177,000. Over here it would cost me 181,000, and it just keeps going up. And the reason is that if you look carefully, we're having to build up the platform as we move this way, whereas this way it's not having to be built up. It's actually a little flatter here. At least that's what I think it is. And it's kind of hard to tell from the contour lines because it's just that little amount. The downside of moving it, placing the train station over here closer is that that's going to put a sharper curve if we decide to use trains to go up to the tools factory, which I'm not fully committed to doing a train that way. So if we do use road service to get it to there and back, which it doesn't feel outrageous at this distance, we're definitely not going to do that to supply Palm Bay. That's not happening. It's going to be a train. So the downside of moving it over here is that that makes it a sharper curve leading on to what would be kind of our line heading up to the tools factory. So there is I think I'm going to meet it in the middle, and also, 179 is not bad. It's certainly better than 189, and it's only a few thousand more at this point. So it will save us some headaches later if we decide. So we'll aim for 180,000 roughly. That's pretty good. I'm happy with that. So I think for ease, based off of, let's get the contour lines going again. Honestly, we've got a pretty flat area for the most part. This is pretty nice. A lot better than what I was working with the last time I played the game. So we can go from Reno Forest, or we can go from Palm Forest. It's probably easier from Palm Bay Forest. Yeah, I think that's what I want to do. The problem is, I also have to think about the tracks coming in to Palm Bay. I want my station here, so the track is going to come around like so. And it doesn't hurt to have basically a main line that stretches where I need it to stretch. When it comes to the tools factory, since I'm going to be using trains, I need to think ahead here. I don't want it on this side of the tracks, well, on this side of the road. I want it probably up here. So we'll just, it will probably go something like this. In fact, I can probably really, that's pretty realistic right there. But if I need to expand the building, well, we'll just be redoing the platforms anyways at that point and meeting the expense. So we'll probably put it up here, but let's not build it yet because we don't need it yet. And so what we'll have is, it's kind of hard to show here, but we'll have our kind of like main line stretching along here, and these will connect up to this line. So that's where we'll get our passenger service from Reno to Palm Bay. And we'll do more with Reno in the future. They're wanting food and fuel, but right now, we're not going to mess with that. If we see an opportunity to expand into that industry and supply Reno with that, we can do so, but we got to be careful of our money. So that will probably be something we can do. We can get into new industries when we have enough money where we can get into a new industry, but we can't really expand this. That happens sometimes. So let's put, I think it's in some ways unavoidable. We can put it at an angle. Yeah, why not? We can put it at an angle. And yeah, we'll run the train line through there up to here. Yeah, we can do that. So, do we want to pass through or do we want a terminus? Yeah, terminus is typically cheaper, and we don't need a pass through because we're just exporting wood. In fact, that might make the most sense if we do it like this. I'm going to set it to 2 track. Oh, wait. Yeah, if it does 2 tracks, it will set it like that. And I want the second track there. So, I'm going to want to get it just right. All right, 165,000. We'll put it there. Because we'll probably need, as this starts outputting wood, we'll probably want to add a second track there. So this is covering the forest nicely, as we can see highlighted there, and this is covering our log camp. So we just got to connect the 2 up, and we're just going to start off, go to track here, we're just going to start off with a single line. How much will that cost? 153,000? Not bad. Once again, though, we got to think about future here. Well, we don't have to at this point, really. We'll probably just end up tearing stuff out anyways. But, you know, the track is going to come through here. And so we got to link it up. And that's why it would have been better to put a pass-through there. I'm kind of already regretting not having done so. But it's already done. It's not worth it at this point in time. If we need to, we can redo it. Hopefully we'll have the money to do so then. I'm going to manually try and place this kind of the way I want. So I want it going this way here. And we'll have this be a 100-mile-per-hour section. That's fine. And the reason I'm doing it this way is we'll have a 70. I probably should have thought that through a little better. And so yes, this is going to be a little bit curvy, but the reason I'm doing it this way, first of all, this doesn't need to go very fast. What's going to happen is we can have our main line pretty much coming in right here. From this point here, we can build off of it that way to go to the tools factory, so the tools factory can come along here. Likewise, if we need to, we can build a Y here, and theoretically, we could get a single train that's going logs, lumber, there, back here, if we want to. We're probably not going to want to do that, though. So, now we need to get our wood going, and so we need a station. Or, we've got our station, sorry, we need a train depot, yeah. Not what they called it in here. They used proper terminology, how nice. So, what I'm going to do is, I'm going to... where do I want this? I want this where it's going to be cheapest, of course. Put it here. And now we got to let's build this up. Unfortunately, yeah, we're going to have some track expense here. But that's fine. And now we'll link it up here. Switch section. Honestly, I don't know why I'm caring so much about the speed there. It doesn't need to be fast. It can be a 30. Oh wait, too much curvature, too much slope. Yeah, we gotta fix that. Alright, we'll get it down to 50. Alright, we'll do a 60. 42. It doesn't really matter, that's good enough. Okay, so now we can buy our first train. Do I want to spend 2 million on this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's knock that down to Yeah, I feel more comfortable doing that for our starter. Alright, so we purchased a train, and our bank account is crying. That's fine. You're going to be smiling soon, and it's going to be tears of joy, hopefully. New line. We're going to do that, so we're creating our first line, and somehow I did it twice. Weird. We want to pick up wood from there, and we want to drop off the wood there. Beautiful. And that train's going to go right away, but I have the game paused. This is what I love about this game in comparison to OpenTTD is I can easily build right off the bat. Of course, OpenTTD has multiplayer. This game doesn't, but that's fine. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to make sure our instructions are good. We don't have to do this because it's pretty intuitive, but... Oh, yeah, I should just uncheck, not change those. We want to load wood there. We want to unload only the wood there. Once again, do I have to tell it this? No. But it does make it a little easier. So let's go ahead and hit play. And already, if you look closely, wood is starting to appear on our station. In fact, we have 4 units of wood. Now, our train is actually going to be carrying 56 units of wood. Yes, this little train that could is going to be making a lot of money for us. Fortunately, the route that it's having to go is relatively flat. This isn't too bad. It will have no problems doing it. Hopefully. I may have added too much weight as far as the cars, but that's fine. We're only doing, what? The max speed I think I said was 24? 25 or something like that? I don't remember. Doesn't matter. So, we're actually going to not have it go off right away. How much wood does it have here? 27 units? Not bad, not bad. We're clear of the switch now, so we'll have it, as we're going to tell it to turn around, go back. We want it to actually pick up wood. We don't want it to go over there without any wood. And already they've produced 36. I don't think we're going to have a full load of wood, but I am deeply regretting how many cars I put on this to start with, because it is moving pretty slow for my liking. We might be either double tracking or putting a passing siding in sooner than expected. Alright, so it should be coming to a stop soon, and it's going to start to load. Oh wait, yes, it's a terminus, so it goes all the way to the end, yeah. Yes, fill up on wood. Boom. A full load, isn't it beautiful? Now I'm actually going to accelerate time here, just because I don't want to sit around waiting. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to repay pretty much all of the money that we took out as a loan, just so we're not incurring the interest. I could use that to expand and build other things, but right now I just want to get this wood going over to here and producing our beautiful planks. Because until this place is actually producing something, there's no sense of building up here. And we'll have to see about that. First of all, I'm curious how much money we're actually going to make off of this. So far, we're 90,000 in the hole here. Almost 100,000. Alright, coming in. 243,000. That's pretty good. That's about what I expected. Not great, but not bad.